Hey guys, Big Borry, he's big, he's ginger, he's body Betty. Boys are irritated because I just cut onions. This is a second take on this little part here because I dropped my onions. So I had to clean it all up and recut them. And because I've just cut them, my eyes are watering. So I'm not crying, I'm not emotional, right? I'm not. It was a very hot day. Oh man, that's really hurting. It was a very hot day today. Very hot. I think it got to 48 or so. The van, there's certain parts of the van and things that are still warm and they were hot before. So I waited till everything cooled down. It's dark now, it's cooling down. Tomorrow's a cooler day. Now, without further ado, Borry is doing a cooking video. So what I'm going to cook is a stew that I grew up with, and it's my version of it. I'll tell you what I think I know about it. Yeah, and this is just my perspective, what I think I know about it. So a lot of cultures will do a version of this stew. Anywhere from like Middle Eastern places, Turkish, Russians, yeah, very Eastern, I guess. It's called Kavarduk, or that's what we call it, Kavarduk. Sounds like Kavarduk. The cool thing about this dish, not only does it taste awesome, it's very simplistic, one. Two, it's very, like, you could almost use any meat you have available. It's really good for like strong gamey flavors. It works well with that kind of stuff. I'm using beef today, so I'm just gonna kind of go through all the ingredients and then I'll make it. And yeah, so let's get started. So 2 onions, they're not very big, these onions. 2 onions, I'll just slice them how I like them. You can slice them however you want, really fine. I like them in these kind of big pieces. I don't like to cook my onion too much. I don't like it when they get really sweet. I like them to be a little bit crunchy, but that's just my preference. Try not to drop it. Carrots and potatoes. Now, potatoes, it is your preference. You might be like, oh, I like lots of potatoes. Whatever fits in the pot, you know what I mean? Work it out for yourself. Carrots, I've got about maybe 4 smallish. They're not massive carrots, just kind of average carrots. I've got about 4. Carrots will add sweetness to your meals, so sometimes if you put too many carrots, it might give you a sweetness, too much sweetness. Just depends what you're cooking, what you want. So it definitely adds that sweetness dynamic to it. Beef, I'll bring that out in a second. 1 lemon, I'll show you that later. Garlic, I've done pre-cut stuff because I'm in a van and cooking in the heat. I've got good excuses, okay? Stop it. Ginger, garlic, I mean, you could write all this down if you want. These are my favorite stock cubes. 2 beef stock cubes. It doesn't matter if you're using lamb, you can still use these beef stock cubes. It doesn't matter. These are awesome, so I used 2 of those. This is a big one. If you're in Australia, I don't know where you might be watching from, but this harissa paste. It's like a chili kind of paste with different things. It's a really beautiful flavor. I personally think it's a must for this dish. It really just, I like it more spicy. You might not like no spice, so don't even add that. I really think you're missing out if you don't add that, but that's just my opinion. This is a big one. Where's my brain? Tomato paste. I bought a good brand. I like this brand, Muti. It's more of a upper class brand. It's good. Tomato paste. At least 1 little tin. Depends how much soup you're doing too. Like, this is the pot I'm using. I bought this pot just for cooking this meal. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna cook this. So yeah, let's do it. So guys, mind the mess, everything's crammed in here, but we're gonna start out with our 2 onions that I cut up. I don't recommend using oil because just the fats from the meat, I find it can be too rich if you add oil and then the fats from the meat. So we're gonna fry this up. Oh, getting smoky in here. I've opened the window. So now we're gonna add the diced up beef. I've got like a kilo of it. Oh man, that's gonna be hard. Okay. Whoa, don't want to drop that. So, a bit of balance work. Put it on the plate first. Man, when chili gets fried up, you can cough from it. That's getting a bit hot. Oh man. Put that away. Put that up there. So, guys, we've put the meat in there with all those spices, frying it up with the onion, the harissa paste, and some of the garlic and ginger. So we let that meat fry up a bit. The next stage will be to add once that's had a good fry up, we'll start adding the veggies and the liquids. And this is a very crucial, is the tomato paste. So we're getting there. See, it's a very simple dish, but very, very tasty. Now, you'll see it when I'm doing it, but I like to try a lot and really work with the salt levels. So, awesome. Look at that, looking good. So even at this point, the meat's still not cooked through. We're still cooking the meat with all that other stuff. I'll start adding salt. It's a good pinch of this nice Maldon salt. Good quality salt, guys. Not all salt's the same, remember that. And that's going everywhere. Anyway, let's pretend it didn't. At this point, we're going to add the 2 stock cubes. And you probably see me doing, if you have watched them, my really old cooking videos. I'm only cooking for me, but I will just break these up in my fingers like a barbarian. In they go. My hands are clean, alright? Stop it. But yeah, I wouldn't do this if I'm cooking for someone. That's gross. But because I'm just cooking for me, I'll break it up in my hands. See, I do a lot of shortcuts, but you got to understand, I live in a very small space, and time, energy, space is constantly an issue. And it's like, if you ever lived this way, you'd understand, kind of thing. But yeah, so now they're in there, we'll mix them in. So now that's a rich, beautiful flavour. I have tried a couple chunks of the meat just to try things, and oh man, see how it just builds up? So yeah, now the meat with the onions and some of those spices and the harissa paste, 2 stock cubes, and that's where we're at the moment. 80. May I add, this part where you're cooking the meat, and I haven't, it is better, but if you've done bones and meat, I recommend bones and meat. Let it cook for ages. Take your time, really just cook down the meat. Get that nice flavors going and really cook it out. Because once the veggies go in, you're on a timer. And so once these veggies over here go in, you're on a timer, because once they're at a certain firmness, that's when it's done. So all the slow cooking is actually done with the meat with those spices. So I hope that makes sense. But see how simple it is? And you can put your own twist on it, your own preferences. Such a versatile, it really is a curry. It's a Middle Eastern curry. Really is. Okay guys, the meat's cooked nice, so you should have a very reasonably pretty strong flavored, beautiful, rich. Let's have a look at it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look how rich it is, like a gravy. All the onions and flavors there, the stock cubes, right? That's your soup base. So, or stew. I call it a stew because it is a stew. It's not really a soup. But now we add the veggies. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, we do add them. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're adding the veggies here. See how tight everything is? Doesn't help that I got extra stuff in the way. Look at that. Borry always fits it in. He always fits it in. Right? Now, so give that a mix through. I'm excited. I love this part. That's all just coming together. So yeah, now we're mixing in the veggies. Right? We're going to add water. Liquid. How much? Well, let's have a look. About the whole bottle. There you go. About that much. The veggies kind of just over the veggies kind of thing, right? So give that a mix through. Oh, let's try this broth. Oh wow. And that's not even salted to the level yet. Hasn't got all the... So this is where, you know how I said you'll do it later? So you add a bit more ginger, maybe a teaspoon. Right. Teaspoon of garlic or so. Right. Don't have to, it's all preference, guys. You hear me? As long as you get the main things done. Right. Give that a little mix through. A little bit more salt, because I know it needs salt at this point. I'll still be doing more salt. Good pinch. And you know, take it easy on the salt. Try it like I do. You know, you're better under salting it than over salting it, if you know what I mean. So already that would change. Oh wow. All right. So now this is a must. This really makes it. It is a must to add. So I'm adding more harissa. I love it. Oh, that nearly went on the side of the van. I like a good amount of that. It makes it fairly hot. This is a must, and it is the tomato paste. Might even end up using two, but see, this one's extra rich, apparently. Oh. Add the whole little tin. It's going to need at least that. And again, preference. You might make it a bit too tomatoey if you put too much in. It's not meant to be, you know, a tomato soup. So, oh wow, that's a nice tomato paste. And we mix that in, guys. Good mix in, get it all in there. All the harissa paste, tomato paste, look at that, it gives a nice reddy colour. And what I'll do, this will then simmer away, but I'll just test it. Oh wow, Wow. Oh man. Now we let that simmer away, guys. And now, folks, for trying it. Look at that. So, gonna try a piece of meat. Oh wow. Meat's quite tender. Bit of soup. Oh wow. Oh. Bit of carrot. Oh. Yeah, it's done when the carrots and potatoes are done. That's your marker. You hearing me, guys? Oh. I've been craving this. Very healthy, wholesome. You could almost use any meat in this. You could do this with chicken. There's another thing that turns it into another dish called, completely forgot the name, but I'll give you a little tip. Do try this if you want. I just could do without the dough, being on a certain type of diet, but you can make up some dough. Just drop an egg in some flour, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, mix it up till it's like, you know, you can hold it in your hand and, you know, pinch off little bits towards the end, about 15 minutes or so before it's done. And those little bits of dough soak up all the juice and they're like little dumplings. So guys, success. Oh, I can't wait to eat this behind the camera. I mean, sorry, when the camera's off, it just gets stuck in. So, Borry Berries, Kavarduk. Thanks for watching, guys. Big Borry out.